Hello everybody, I'm Natasha Koo from Feminine Space, and today I would love to talk to you a little bit about boundaries and how as women we often learn that we should often care for others, nurture others, put others before us. And today I would just love to talk about why boundaries are important and all the false negative connotations that boundaries often have. So if we think about or feel into the words, setting boundaries, that might sound to you like you're restricting your connection with someone, or that you might be restricting your love to someone else. But really, if you know, what is her name? Brene Brown, she talks all about vulnerability, and throughout all the interviews that she has done, she actually says that the most compassionate and loving people are people who set boundaries. So what do you think setting boundaries mean? So if you were to set boundaries, how would that look for you? So in everyday life, or if you're in a certain situation, what is an example of setting your own boundaries to you? So it applies in any situation, and for me it is really just having the stillness or enough space to give ourselves the opportunity to actually feel into what it is that we need. So first, in order to set a boundary, we need to know what is the limit, what we're comfortable with, what our heart desires are, right? So we need to connect with ourselves and figure out, okay, what it is that I need. So you feel, you breathe, it's not rocket science, right? So it's just feeling into, okay, how do I feel and how do I wish to feel, right? So it's not about changing the other people or controlling others, nothing to do with that. It's about getting in touch with how we want to feel. So say we're feeling uncomfortable in a certain situation, and it's morning here. Thanks for dropping by, you guys. It's morning in Zurich as I speak with you in my study. So as we feel into what it is that we need, you get a sense of, okay, maybe I feel like I need, we're fine. So maybe we feel like we need more space. Maybe we feel like where we are at right now, it doesn't give us enough personal space. Maybe we need a little bit more privacy, or maybe we feel like someone is stepping over what we're comfortable with. So what I would love for you to try is to begin to say no, because we're such people of yes these days, and just a huge yes mantra out there, like go for everything, take risks, do everything that's offered to you. But should we? And what happens if we always say yes? If we kind of set no boundaries and there's no limit between what's right for us and for the world to kind of infringe on, then we pretty much allow others to walk all over us, where we allow others to kind of force their view, force their desires onto us. So boundaries is really just setting kind of and feeling into what it is that I want, what is it that I need, and how do I communicate that outward. Because setting boundaries, first we have to make peace with it, right? We have to actually accept that we are deserving, and we are worthy to actually say how we feel and how we want to feel in this situation. So once we get over that, and once we overcome the barrier that, you know what, I can. This is important to me. This is the right thing to do right now. And you have to communicate this boundary out. Of course, a certain communication can be nonverbal, right? So you can kind of through body language and just through action show what is okay and what is not. While for others, it might be straight out saying, hey, you know what, stop, that's enough. Or, hey, let's change subjects, I don't want to talk about this. So there's so many ways to set our boundaries, and I don't think that there's any specific way that is right. And I think that it's also through your own experience of what's right and what works for you. So why do you think that perhaps setting boundaries or saying no could possibly impact your life? So how do you think that it's key to actually living out our heart desires and our true wishes. Why is that important? What difference do you think it would make once we start standing up for ourselves? The moment we fully accept that what we want is actually important and that we're going to put that first and we're actually going to communicate that to others. So I love you lots, and I hope that you learned a lot from, what boundaries are, demystifying what it all means, and also kind of looking into the possibilities that can happen and all the opportunities that can open up the moment we stand for ourselves and start respecting what it is that we need. Because at the end of the day, I truly feel that setting boundaries is a form of self-respect, and it's a form of listening. Because we listen to our friends, don't we? We give them our ear, we listen, but how often do we listen to ourselves? And once we get the message that this is what we need, do we act upon it? Do we serve ourselves? Do we stand up for what it is that we want? So that's all I have for you today. It's just to add on to, don't feel guilty about this, right? Don't feel guilty that you want to feel a certain way and that you want to communicate it out, or that you want to change your circumstances. There's nothing wrong with that. And the power is in you, that you can actually say what it is that you want to, and that ultimately you are safe, you are protected as long as you feel into what you need and you stand up for that, because no one else can hurt you, no one else can harm you if this is the place that you come from. So it has nothing to do with, blocking love or disconnecting from others. It's just a pure communication and a pure connection with yourself, and then spreading that outward. And then you can kind of show the world and show others, and also show yourself that this is who you want to be, this is how you want to be treated, and this is what you want. So that's it. This is kind of like, what do you call it? An explanation or further expansion of a podcast episode that I did recently. It was all about feeling guilt-free while saying no, because oftentimes, if we reject others, or if we disagree with others, if we have a confrontation or conflict, we feel guilty that we're not on the same page, and that, we're not agreeing on the same things, or that when someone asks for help and we say no, we feel bad about it, because just because we think we can, we think we should, which is, I'm not sure if that is the right place to go, because it's so not sustainable. If we think that if every time an opportunity comes, every time someone asks for help, we must, then that places us very low on the priority list, and then we actually don't value, what it is that we need. So it all ties together, and if you want to listen to the podcast episode that talks all about feeling guilt-free, saying no, pretty much another episode kind of like this, but all about, being able to stand up voice your opinion, stand up for yourself, and especially that no power. So just check it out if you want to listen to it. And of course, I have this practical exercise. It's a 3-step thing to feel instinctively and really clearly whether you should say yes or no to a situation. Because, we have our doubts and we kind of waver in between, should I not? I feel like I should, all these things. So if you want to check out this step-by-step guide and pretty much a checklist of, hey, if this happens, ask yourself this question, and then you'll know if it's yes or no that you should answer to. Then check it out at femininespace.com/no power. So no and then power all together. So that's it. So I love you lots, and let me know if you want to hear about a certain topic, a certain subject. And now I'm going to hang out in my group, which is femininetribe.com. It's just a free, closed Facebook community full with amazing women. And we're celebrating Anne-Marie, one of the sisters in the group, and she's amazing. She's a yoga teacher, she does Reiki, she's an artist, she came from corporate, and she lives in Finland. So she's going to tell us all about her transformation and her story today. So if you want to join in that and just support each other, the whole point of the show and tells are to just allow women to shine, stand in the spotlight, and without any envy, without any jealousy, without any, the mindset of scarcity or competition, we support one another and we give each other the chance to be loved and to be accepted just the way we are. So that's what's happening in the group. So if you want in and you want to join the conversation, if you want more, then just check out femininetribe.com. Sorry for the guys who are joining in because I did say sister. So it's a women's only community because we gotta step up, and it's time that women and you start feeling like you matter so you can change the world from the inside out. So I love you lots. Make sure to subscribe, follow for more, and wishing you a wonderful day. What else is there to do, right? So be yourself, and I can't wait to check in soon. So have a good one. Ooh, let's stop this podcast. I always have trouble stopping the broadcasts. Okay, having another issue. Sometimes I guess it just wants me to keep talking because it doesn't let me end it.